Recently, I replayed Spintires, which is my favorite game of this franchise. And in this video, I'll compare it to Snowrunner and show you why Spintires deserve a second chance. Better reusing of assets. Almost all vehicles in Snowrunner, whether they're new or old, North American or East European, they all share same assets for most part. I have to say, some of these reused assets look pretty weird, but again, it might be due to hardware limitations of platforms like Nintendo Switch. Now, Spintires also reused its assets, but not at expense of making a truck look weird. Trucks that belong to same brand in real life share some similar assets like add-ons, tires, etc. All reused assets have proper thought given to them to ensure that it matches to what they have in real life. Less clutter. Snowrunner trucks shares a lot of tires with each other. Each truck has like 30-40 tire option, especially when you have JAT tire pack installed. This creates an unnecessary clutter which could have been avoided if these tires were divided better among different trucks. Now, Spintires also have a lot of tire variety, but most of these tires are divided among different trucks. Not all trucks have changeable tires, but the one which does also have like very few tire options. This installable tire set is also different for different trucks. For example, these custom mud tires of this truck are not shared with any other truck in game, unlike Snowrunner. This not only prevent clutter, but also create unique gameplay element for each truck. Innovative DLCs. Spintires, being a PC-only game, always tried to add new innovations in its DLCs. Chernobyl DLC added radiation zones, which damages your truck when you drive through them. Ural Challenge DLC added tire pressure system, which completely changed the game. We also got working amphibious vehicles to game in same DLC. Also, there's this concept of a bridge with weight limit where vehicles over certain weight would fall off the bridge. All of these features that I mentioned are still absent from Snowrunner till date. To be fair, Snowrunner also introduced many new features throughout these years, but most of them are just not as groundbreaking as Spintires. Although, in Snowrunner defense, the game is too big for such drastic changes, which kind of forced the developers to play it safe. Cargo packing system. Spintires uses split and pack cargo system for all its cargo types. It's the same system that logging uses in Snowrunner, with only difference being that instead of using 3D model of logs, it uses 3D models of different cargo like rice bags and metal pipes. Beauty of this system is that both devs and modders can change the packed model of cargo to literally anything they want. Here are some examples of such mods. All these mods are using logs, but this system can also be used for other cargo types, like Spintires do. Now, Snowrunner's slot-based cargo system is good for mixing up different cargo types on same bed or trailer, but it does not always look as natural as spit and pack method, which you can see here. Secondly, slot-based cargo cannot have alternative pack model, or at least it's not very easy to achieve. The only mod which pulled it off to some extent is Z2 Mini Cargo, but that also can't retain its custom pack model once unpacked. In my opinion, it is best to use both type of cargo packing models and use them accordingly to what suits the best to a particular cargo type. Truck balancing. Firstly, look at this truck climbing this steep climb. It can climb in high gear without breaking sweat. Now, same truck with similar setup in Spintires. See how it's struggling on steeper part of climb? You have to use low gear with precise throttle to cross this section. What I am trying to show here is that even top-tier trucks has their limits in Spintires. In my opinion, this difference is due to different terrain model in both games. Terrain in Snowrunner can vary a lot. It could be easy or super hard with all these super conditions. Now, to compensate for this hard terrain, devs have to make these OP trucks. This creates an imbalance in game between top-tier trucks and low-tier trucks. Spintires' terrain model is more grounded compared to Snowrunner. There are no super conditions, and due to this terrain model, Spintires manage to keep all trucks balanced while maintaining the challenge aspect of game. There's no god like truck and Spintires which can do all things by itself. For example, this E7310 can easily sink if the terrain is deep enough and would struggle to get out. At same time, this lightweight Scout can avoid sinking in same terrain, and even if it does, it will come out without much struggle. Now, same truck in Snowrunner can keep moving even in the deepest terrain that this game has to offer. We can see the same pattern in these two trucks as well. What I'm trying to say that a capable truck in Snowrunner is far more capable than its Spintires equivalent. Meanwhile, a low-tier truck in Spintires is more tolerable than similar truck in Snowrunner. Here's an example. Look how this truck is like stuck in one place. It would either move very slow or won't move at all. You can't do anything here except to winch it out. In Spintires, even if your truck is sunk in deep terrain, you can often get it out by using proper low gear and controlling the wheel spin. Truck weight. Those who played old games like Spintires and Mudrunner can easily feel this sense of weight in trucks. In Snowrunner, trucks don't feel as heavy as they do in Spintires. I think due to trucks being too powerful in Snowrunner, they often go faster compared to Spintires trucks, and thus bounce around the bumpy terrain, giving this feeling of weightless truck. It's one of those things which is hard to explain but easy to experience. This difference of weight is more noticeable when truck is fully loaded. Hauling long logs in Spintires is like an ultimate challenge. Even after fiddling with low gears and tire pressure, I barely managed to move this truck on this mild climb. However, this slow-paced gameplay wouldn't have worked in Snowrunner unless the whole game is built from ground up. In Snowrunner, the same truck can climb on this muddy hill without any issues. Now, Snowrunner has a lot of mission variety beside logging, and because of this, devs have to make the gameplay a little fast-paced compared to old games, which comes at a cost, as we can see here. Unfinished business. I covered entire history of Spintires in this video, so check it out for better understanding. Here, I'll only focus on the things that were planned for this game but never made to final stage due to unfortunate circumstances. Pre-split plans. Spintires in 2014 had plans to introduce a lot of stuff, like prototype tracked vehicles, heavy cranes, and so many other things which we'll never know because series had to split into 2 games back in 2017. Post-split plans. In 2020, Spintires was suddenly pulled out of Steam and never returned. However, there were new DLCs planned for game with new vehicles, new add-ons, new mechanics, etc., which never made to final stage. It's sad that we might never know what new innovations they could have done to this game. It's not a perfect game, but still I wish that some other company pick it up and give it the treatment it deserves so that we could have a competitor to Snowrunner. I did make other videos comparing these games, which you can check out in description. If you enjoyed this video, then kindly like, share, and subscribe to show support, and write your opinion and feedback in comment section below.